Jantiena Fieyra, host of Carpe Diem TV, now shares with you her favorite experiences from her travels abroad, bringing Europe to the USA and the USA to Europe. Come join us as Jantiena welcomes you along her journey to the beautiful and historic city of Trieste, Italy, meeting interesting people from around the world, treating her audiences to a lifestyle of enlightening grandeur and elegance, communicating how beautiful life is. Welcome to Trieste, Italy, a most beautiful and historic seaport and city located on the extreme northeastern edge of Italy. Trieste, a narrow strip of land situated between the blue waters of the Adriatic Sea at the head of the Gulf of Trieste. And to the north, south and east, it shares its Italian borders with the Republic of Slovenia. A unique city with endless panoramas, any one of which is more than capable to take away the breath of even the most seasoned traveller. But not only are the views of Trieste more than magnificent, the city itself is deeply rich in history and culture, found nowhere else in all of Italy. The city is currently one of Europe's most important ports, having expanded over the years into commercial shipping, and is now one of the greatest coffee ports in all Europe, and currently supplying more than 40% of Italy's coffee. Trieste is now a major centre in European Union for trade, politics, culture, shipbuilding, education, transportation and commerce. And its ancient history and tradition surrounds you, such as the ruins of a 1st century Roman theatre that you can view right from the street. And it is here, in this wonderful city, free from the economic trademarks of the Western world, that Jantiena Fieyra will bring to you some of the most interesting people and places you will ever hope to find in this and coming programs. Roberto Di Piazza, the mayor of Trieste, who welcomed Jantiena to the beautiful city of Trieste. Eddie Cantor from Cantor Winery fame. Benjamin Ziderich from the beautiful Ziderich Winery. Veit Heineken, award-winning novelist and co-founder of the Berlin Publishing House. Mario Suban, owner of the prestigious family-run restaurant since 1865, the Antica Trattoria Suban. The beautifully restored Savoia Excelsior Palace Hotel in downtown Trieste, adjacent to the magnificent Piazza Unita d'Italia. Princess Veronique Della Torre and Tasso from the Castello Di Duino, who gave Jantiena a personal interview and tour of the historic Castle Duino. The Castle of Miramare, where Jantiena takes you on a grand tour, and the historic coffee houses Tomaseo and San Marco. Come now, and in this program, join Jantiena Fieyra on her visit with the Princess Veronique Della Torre and Tasso from the Castle at Duino, and as well, a grand tour of the Castle of Miramare in the beautiful land of Trieste, Italy. Castello Di Duino. The castle at Duino, referred to locally as the Castello Di Duino, is easily reached by car along the beautiful and mountainous coastal road. The castle itself originated from an ancient Roman watchtower over 2,000 years ago, and it was from around this tower that the construction of the present-day castle had begun in the 14th century. Situated amid limestone cliffs, her magnificent view of the coastline provided early warning of approaching hostile vessels. The most popular legend of the castle at Duino, linked to the first castle built on a rugged promontory, is that of the Lady of the Castle, Esterini da Portoli, known as the White Lady. It tells that she was thrown from the garden to the sea below by her jealous husband in a fit of fury. On entering the sea, she was turned into a white rock. Further, it's said that every night the ghost of the lady visits the bedroom of her beloved daughter, where she remains until dawn.
Today I am here with Harry Richardson, an old friend of the family Turn and Taxes. And Harry, you know all about this Castello Di Duino.
Not all about, but I know some things. Tourists sometimes say, Mr. Richardson, you are a master of useless information. The castle here is about half an hour from the city of Trieste. This was, of course, inside the Austrian Empire until the end of 1918. The family, therefore, in its history was often allied with Vienna, not with the Italian side. The castle is very, very big. It has 83 rooms. There is also the old castle behind us. The old castle was abandoned about 600 years ago. And the new castle, this is the so-called new castle,
Right.
It was constructed here. The family, Turn and Taxes, Torriani Tasso, they came through here from Milan and from Bergamo in North Italy. And they are still the owners of this castle. This is a private castle. Therefore, it is not of the state. The castle, unfortunately, remained closed until 2003. In 2003, Prince Charles here, the head of the family, he decided to open the castle for tourism. So that is what supports the castle at the moment.
So tell me something about the royal family Turn and Taxes.
Well, this family is connected with many of the great families of European history. The British royal family, the royal family of Denmark, the old royal family, imperial family of Vienna, the imperial family of Russia, the Romanovs, the Bourbons of Italy, Napoleon's brother, for example, Luciano Buonaparte, he married the princess here. So therefore, the connections are everywhere.
Everywhere. Why is the family Turn and Taxes so important?
There are many
In history.
reasons, but my favorite one is this. They had the postal monopoly of Europe from Denmark right down to Sicily for more than 300 years, supported, of course, by Vienna. Therefore, some people say that the word taxi comes from this family. It's not true. The word taxi entered the English dictionary in 1907. But I always think it's better to believe, you know, even if the facts are not solid. At the peak of their postal empire, the family had 18,000 horses in service, 18,000.
So the mail came by horse then, instead of by the postman.
However, sometimes it did not work very well. The famous Admiral Nelson, the English Admiral Nelson, he used carriage of the family. Getting out of Naples in 1800, a wheel came off the carriage, and therefore he
Right.
was very angry with this family.
Behind us we see here a ruin from a castle. Is this the old Castello Di Duino?
Yes, this is the old castle. The old castle was very, very important, but it was repeatedly attacked and taken by Turkish soldiers. So finally it was abandoned in the 1470s, and the so-called new castle was constructed here.
So tell me about the old Castello Di Duino. There was a story about it.
Well, I come from Scotland, and every castle, of course, has ghost stories. Here, the White Lady, the famous White Lady, Esterina, the princess here, she had a very jealous husband. He was watching her as she was watching a musician. Either she jumped, or the jealous husband pushed her. She died. Every night she returns to the castle, to a new baby. Every dawn she goes to the face of the rock. She's petrified, she's in stone.
Right.
Now, that of course is ridiculous, yes, I do not believe there are jealous husbands. However, what is true, 3 or 4 years ago, the Prince on television was introducing a new book about the castle. behind him, one picture after another fell off the wall. And he said, "I told you there were ghosts in this castle, but you did not believe me. Now you do."
Okay, what a nice story. Thank you so much for being here, and hope we see each other very soon back in Trieste.
Oh, thank you very much
Thank
indeed.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Today I am here in Castello Di Duino in Trieste, Italy, and I meet with the Princess Della Torre e Tasso in Trieste. Welcome.
Welcome to you, and nice to have met you here so far from America.
Thank you very much. And your family was here in this castle since what time?
My husband's family has been in the castle has been in the family since 1590. It belonged to the Della Torre, and then from 1870 it was Taxis, because at that time it was here was Austria until 1918 when it became Italian and it became Della Torre Tasso. And the castle is from the 14th century and the tower is Roman.
Okay, and you opened it recently to the public.
Yes, we opened in 2003, and then 2 years after we opened also the bunker, and then this year we opened the old castle there, which had never been open to the public. And every year we try to have a new exhibition, and this year it is on antique music instruments. And we've got about 65,000 persons a year. And we have got mostly, of course, Italians, Slovenian, Austrians, and then German, which is near the place. But we have got more and more Americans, some from the base of Aviano. They came every week by groups. And also we have got many coming from Venice, stopping with the cruise ships. And the agency brings them there, and they are very happy. We have got more and more Americans.
Your family, Turn and Taxes, played a very important role in the post and mail service.
Yes, since 1500 they had the monopoly of the post, and I must say it was working much better in Italy than it is now, because now the post never arrives, and they had the
In
monopoly.
that time it arrived.
Yes, they were going with horses and carriages, and it was in 4 days they were going from Italy to Germany, and it was going very well.
Right. And you are an old royal family, and do you have a lot of contacts with other royal family in Europe?
Yes, my husband through his mother is related to the family of England, to the Greek, to the Danish, to the Russians, to the Romanians, to a bit, it's really Europe, to the Spanish. It's Europe because the King of Denmark, Christian IX, married all these children with somebody from all the Europe, so he really made Europe.
Thank you very much for this interesting tour here in Castello Di Duino, and hope we see each other very soon back in Trieste.
Thanks to you to have come with your troupe, and I hope you'll make more people even come here and appreciate
Yes.
the nice place.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
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 The castle at Duino has been referred to as the Dama Bianca, or White Lady, since her very beginning. With all its elegant furnishings and collections from centuries past, collected up and restored, the same warmth and elegance that it bestowed upon its occupants of yesteryear is still alive and aglow today. Castello di Miramare. The Miramare Castle, known as Castello di Miramare, was built for the Archduke Maximilian as a residence by the sea. Maximilian and his wife, Charlotte of Belgium, came to live in this castle in 1860. Most of the construction of the castle had been supervised by Maximilian. And he had intended to create an intimate atmosphere. All of the rooms still feature the original furnishings, ornaments, furniture, and objects dating back to the middle of the 19th century. The rooms in the castle are still mostly arranged according to the original layout decided upon by the royal couple. However, their stay only lasted for 4 years, as Maximilian was dispatched to Mexico, where he had been offered the throne in an attempt to end the civil war there. Maximilian's bed, a wedding gift from Pope Pius IX, was never slept in. Both Maximilian and Charlotte traveled to Mexico, and Maximilian set up his regime. But as time went on, opposition mounted, and Charlotte traveled to Europe seeking assistance for her husband's regime, to no avail. Her efforts failed. She suffered a deep emotional collapse and never went back to Mexico. Rebel forces eventually killed Maximilian, and Charlotte lived her life in seclusion, first at Miramare Castle and later in Belgium. In the late summer months in July and August, the full tragic love story is brought to life in A Son et Lumière. The voice of the castle caretaker recounts the love story of Maximilian and Charlotte. And thus, within these well-cared-for walls of Miramare Castle, along the beautiful coastal waters that calmly reach to the Adriatic Sea, the love and romance between Maximilian and Charlotte of Belgium will forever endure.